Good morning, everybody. This is official. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a new video. Actually, I do want to make a quick video as I'm sitting on the couch right now. Yeah, it's about 4:45 right now in the morning. So yeah, just finished my prayers here and decided to sit and think and contemplate, basically reflect. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm almost feeling at home here in Egypt. Yeah, for the most part. I've only been here for a couple of days. It's been a little more than a week now. And yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm starting to feel like this place could be a place where I can stay long term. Yeah, seriously. I'm still figuring out how to check out places like Aswan. Again, that's way down in the south. Places like Alexandria, that's a bit closer. El Guna, Hurghada. I know a lot of people have talked about Hurghada. Hurghada. A lot of people might say. Anyway, yeah. Long story short, I do choose to find. I do choose to make this place a home in a way. I don't like how I'm holding this thing. Anyway, I got to look at the camera right here. So, number one, I'm going to tell you guys why I came here. This was something, actually, it was a plan I had since I've been thinking about coming to Egypt since I was about 14, 15, right? I came here before when I was about 12, 13, if I can remember, 13, 14. I was here for like 2 months. We had to return due to some issues, some emergency situations, and yeah, I've been thinking about coming back ever since. It was about May of this year that I thought of, okay, why not return back to Egypt when it's next year May, by the time of at the time of summer. So I was thinking of coming here next year around May, June, summertime. But then I want to say an issue popped up, but in a way, it wasn't really a negative issue. It was more of, I have a sibling who wanted to come here, wanted to study here. And, we all got together, and figured, you know what? I thought of coming to Egypt anyway. Why wait till next year? Right? There's a power of doing things right now. Always. There's a certain power to it. And sometimes it does disrupt a lot of your future plans and your current plans that you have in place, but sometimes being able to flow with nature, because that's nature really. Nature is, it's part of nature for life to take its own flow, take its own course. So a lot of us have to keep in mind, we have plans to go at this time and we want to do these plannings, and we tend to complicate ourselves when it comes to the planning of doing things, but it's like a lot of people just plan and plan and plan and plan and plan and not realize time is going. Time is always going. Time does not wait for anybody, right? So I had to sit down and think, because I used to be like that too. I don't really want to sit here on this channel and try to fabricate cases and fabricate how I live my life. No, I'm not even too old. I'm not too young. As you guys can see, you guys can guess my age if you want to. I used to be the kind of guy. Well, I want to say I used to. I do kind of do this a lot of times. I do need to watch myself on that. It's just getting used to getting myself drowned in the pool of planning and planning and planning and planning. You never achieve anything. Just do it. Just do it. Seriously, just do it. You have a ticket that you want to go, just book it, man. Just book it. Just book it. Even if it's for a weekend, there's something about that trip that you're going to do. There's something about that thing that you're going to do that you did that's going to benefit you. There's something that you're going to benefit from that. right? Stop getting stuck in the flow of planning and planning and planning. Yeah, it does pull you back on a lot of things in life. You deprive yourself of certain opportunities, certain unique opportunities that are there only once in a lifetime. There's so many opportunities there, you know, opportunities that you can't really think of at the top of your mind. It is what it is, you know. Yeah, so me coming here was more like I just had to switch my mind off and go, you know what? I'm gonna go. I came here for an Arabic course that I'll be doing for a couple of months before I head to my next country. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. Let me hold this thing up. And I've been here for a couple of days now, again, a little more than a week. And one of the things that I really admire about being here in Cairo, again, Cairo is known for its busyness. It's very crowded. A lot of people say it's congested. Again, I'm not at the, I don't think I'm certified enough to say whether it is congested or not. But to me, right now, it doesn't. Maybe because of where I am right now. So again, I have to explore different areas and figure out, okay, what's the verdict? But that's besides the point. I mentioned that I do admire the peace and quiet that I am experiencing here. Again, a lot of these countries and a lot of these places around the world, we got to be honest with ourselves and just tell ourselves that a lot of these places really, they're a lot safer. You tend to have more of a peace of mind than being in the West. In the West, you know, there's too many problems, there's too many issues, there's too many laws, too many regulations, too many rules, just too many things in place. Apparently nowadays, too many genders. A lot of people may say that's positive, a lot of people may say that's negative, whatever. But again, there's too much of too much. Too many things going on, right? So for me, I felt out of place back in the States. I don't want to say back home, but I would say back in the States. Yeah, I just felt very out of place. It's a feeling that I wish I could really word it in a way that you guys will understand, like, instantly. But I can't seem to find a word right now. I can't seem to find a way to word it for you guys right now. I do hope I'm not making this video too long. I don't like making long videos because of the editing, and it takes longer to upload. Apparently the Wi-Fi here is not very friendly to my videos here. You know, one of the beautiful things about travel, and it's something that I've been exposed to earlier in age, is, you know, being able to see things that most foreigners won't see, like, at all. You know, when we go to certain countries, we have expectations. We plan and plan and plan and plan. We expect things, you know, we do research online and figure out who to reach out to, and try to hear people's opinions, whether it's on, you know, social media platforms, on YouTube, most importantly. And we tend to paint an expectation. Oh, or going to Egypt, people are going to treat me well, or going to Ghana, or going to Nigeria, or going to Eritrea, or Ethiopia, or Kenya, or Uganda. Going to, even, let me talk about Europe. I'm not really going to talk about Europe for a while. Never been to Europe. Again, I want to move around Africa. I feel like a lot of people are missing out on certain opportunities in Africa. There's a strong feeling in me that again, if just, guys, watch history. Go back in history. I want you guys to read books. I want you guys to check out, you know, ask people who've been to Africa, hear their experiences, especially the senior level. I'm not there yet, so no. I know a lot of you guys may be coming into the comments and asking me stuff, but, you know, I appreciate that. But again, I'm still building my experience. I'm still building my portfolio per se, if you know what I mean. So again, I see things, I can see things that most foreigners won't see at all. What I mean is, I don't come here with an expectation. Again, a lot of us, we live with a certain standard back in the States, and we expect to be treated in a similar way when we go to another country, not knowing that that other country that you're going to does not operate like America. They may not have things like America does. That's just reality. A lot of us got to keep in mind. But instead, a lot of foreigners, 98% of the foreigners that travel to countries, they just expect too much, and then if things don't go by their expectations, then they beat themselves up, and then they leave, and then they complain to a lot of people that, oh, this country's bad. But if you really examine deeply, you guys had, I'm not gonna say you guys, but a lot of these foreigners, they have these like massive expectations, like, oh, I expect this place to be like this and the people to be like this. But what if it doesn't? See, that's the difference with me. I don't do that. I've been able to understand this when I was younger, a lot younger. It doesn't benefit you to have expectations of a certain place or even a person, right? That's for another, I can discuss a bit of that, but that's going to take a lot more time. Again, I don't come here with expectations thinking that, oh, this place should treat me like this. And my thing is this, I always keep this in mind. You curate your own experiences. You curate, I didn't say you create, you create. So you curate, C-U-R-A-T. You curate your own experiences. For me, I believe that your experience is going to be good if you have a good outlook on it. Although you're going to have negative experiences, but if you have a positive outlook, you're going to enjoy your time and not have an expectation. I'm flexible. That's me. I'm flexible. But again, I've not reached, I do want to be so flexible enough where I can go to a different country, and if I were to be put in a village setting, I can still survive and have a ball. I want to have that level of flexibility. A lot of us need to know how to adapt to things. A lot of us are not adaptable at all. At all. We're not adaptable. So keep this in mind. You want to always be flexible. You want to always be adaptable. Sometimes you may want to, do some research online and figure out who's went to which country. And sometimes it's beneficial. A lot of times it's not beneficial. I would argue that. I would really argue it's not that beneficial. Let me get up and I want to show you guys. Going outside. Oop, my bad. Alright, y'all. This is Cairo at the moment. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the wild. I have to open this door too as well. Nope. All right. Head back inside. All right. So a lot of us, we make the mistake of making certain expectations about a certain country, but a lot of us got to keep in mind that it's dangerous. It is truly dangerous. And again, for me, I didn't come to Egypt with any expectations. My mind coming here was like, okay, I'm about to go to Egypt again. I do have some experience, 2 months. Maybe that's something, maybe that's not. But I wouldn't expect anything positive or nothing negative. But for sure, I will survive and have a good time. That's my mindset, right? That's really my mindset. So people watching this video, you guys watching this video, keep that in mind. You don't want to have too much expectations, and be flexible, be adaptable, learn how to adapt. Again, I do want to touch my goal is really the reason of me coming to start this channel. Really, it's not just to showcase my vacation, and it's I actually do have a mission. A lot of people, I do feel like the travel content creator space, we need to do better in terms of documenting countries, the real country. We're going to African countries and making these lavish videos about resorts and hotels and luxury restaurants and high-end places, but it's like that's not the real country. That's not the real country. That for me, that's what I think is the dark issue, or the dark part about the travel content creator industry. I don't know. I don't know if people are really drawn to watching luxury experiences. But for me, I'm tired of seeing that stuff. You know, that you're not seeing the real country. When I go to countries, again, my mission is to go to these places. I don't want to stay in the cities. I'm not a city person at all. I want to stay in the village areas, man. A lot of people don't understand the untapped potential in the countryside of these different places, countries around Africa. Yeah, I do. I don't look forward to that fake look of these countries, and going to this hotel, and oh I went to this resort, and guys, when you come here, go to this high-end restaurant. I'm not going to be telling you that. I'm serious. I'm not going to be telling you that. Again, I mentioned this in my previous video. People need to be talking about what not to do, what not to get into. There's a lot of scamming in these countries. So it's again, this is where you want to not have expectations. You got to think about what not to do in these places. A lot of people out here in Africa are out here to get you. So keep that in mind. You have to make sure that you're almost immune to all these problems, and you're gonna have problems, but you got to know how to maneuver and how to deal with it. That's the reality. And in America, in the West, we're not taught that. Unfortunately, we're not. You see, for me, I do want to conclude here. I do hope that I mention enough. I do want to talk about more things, because I do have more things in mind, but I don't want to bore you guys with my video and just my face on it. I know you guys are bored and stuff, which I understand. If you guys have any recommendations, I did receive a recommendation from a good subscriber. Told me to go to different places to record, which is a good idea. Here, I noticed they're not very camera friendly. They're not very camera friendly. I can't just put cameras on their faces like that. Again, I won't be doing that, obviously not. But even putting it on myself, it's like, I noticed, I get eyeballs everywhere. And it's not like I don't know, it's not in a positive, it's not a positive look, if you know what I mean. But I'll figure out a way. Egypt is a different kind of place. It's a lot deeper than what people say online. It's a lot deeper. I did hear some things just recently about Egypt, quite scary things, and yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. So lastly, I don't want to just be a traveler. I'm not really. I don't want people to be calling me always a traveler. Yeah, sure, I will be traveling, but I'm not just a traveler. I'm a realist. I do feel the need to show you guys what it actually takes to move to a certain country. In Africa, number one, I will be starting in Africa. I don't. Again, there's not many people covering it. There are, but they're not really doing justice. You got to show how the locals live before showing all this other stuff. People are not really doing justice. They're coming here, and us foreigners are coming here and owning stuff and bringing our stuff that we had in America and the West and whatever. And it's just kind of like, it's kind of corrupting the society gradually. At least that's how I'm seeing it. But I do want to show people what it actually takes to move to certain countries. A lot of people say it's very expensive to travel within Africa. True. But there are alternatives. if you are willing to sacrifice, there are certain things we need to be willing to sacrifice. And I won't mention it in this video yet. I do want to show you guys what it takes. Again, I want to show you guys what it takes to move here, move to places in Africa, live here, build your life, even if it's in the most underdeveloped places in Africa. Again, it's going to be a tough journey for me. I know this for sure. But again, I will survive. I will have a good time. I will survive. I'll do my very best to keep in mind things that I should not be doing in these places. And yeah, I'll enjoy my time, really. You know, I do want to touch, I'm in North Africa right now. As you guys know, Egypt is in North Africa, by the way. And one place in mind that I want to check out is the east side of Africa. I've been there once. And I've been to the west side of Africa. I've lived there, actually. So I need to go everywhere. I need to go everywhere. I just have to. Africa is way beyond just capitals and, you know, foreigners are coming here, tourism. It's way beyond capitals, and people don't know how to move. They come here and they get disheartened. They get heartbroken. They start destroying themselves inside out because they had expectations. They were lied to. They were lied to. Africa's way beyond just capitals. Africa is a gem. It's a hidden gem. All of Africa. Anyway, y'all, that was a long video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless you guys. Feel free. I don't expect anybody to be watching this video. I mean, on a larger scale. If you feel the need to put any comments down below, give me any recommendations, give me any suggestions. This is my third video. Third video? Second. Third video, yeah. It's the third video. So I'm still getting used to the loop of YouTube and understanding what needs to be heard, and I'm sure I'm gonna be talking about things that people don't talk about, so I understand that I won't be getting a lot of traction, engagement, views, and show some support, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't feel the need to be pushing anybody. Share it to people that need to hear it. Again, my main message, don't come here with expectations, man. Don't. Be flexible. Be adaptable. That's all. Be flexible. You know, you guys know Bruce Lee. He has a saying, be like water, flow like water, be like water. Water is unendingly flowing. It's able to adapt to different situations and different environments. And you can be like that too. Again, thank you very much. Any recommendations that you have, leave it down below. Any comments, any questions, any tips you have for me. Again, I wouldn't consider myself having too much experience. No, I'm just a beginner in traveling. And yeah, I do hope to show you guys what real Africa looks like. I showed you guys outside. Again, it's beginning a bit lighter now. I'll show you guys in the next video. Don't worry about it. So you guys have a good and a blessed day, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.